So nobody likes to tell any ghost stories, spooky stories, whatever you call it, supernatural stories, and share like real stories like that or things that occurred to them, because nobody wants to feel like everybody thinks you're crazy. But I remember sharing a story one night at work, and everybody from all walks of life started sharing their own stories, and it turns out everybody's got a scary story. So I have two. There's one I don't talk about because it still terrifies me, because I know I would have died. But there's the first occurrence I don't mind sharing because it doesn't scare me as bad now. But it was a crazy event, but it's a shared experience. So I have a witness for this one. But if you like this story that I'm about to tell you, and you want to hear the other one, comment below and share your own stories if you have any. There was one night, my sister and I was about 18 or 19. She's 4 years older than me, and we both lived at home in Detroit, Michigan, in this older home. It was like 1 in the morning. I was the only one up. Everybody else was upstairs asleep. And I heard my sister calling me really softly, which was already weird because we're a loud family. So it's like, why are you whispering? What is happening? But she was going, Reese, Reese. And I'm like, what? She goes, come here. Well, I'm downstairs, I'm watching Friends, and I didn't feel like getting up. I didn't respond to her, but I thought to myself in my head, like, I'll go in once it goes to commercial. Luckily for her, it went to commercial just then. So I was just like, okay. So I go to run up the stairs, like, just being silly, just kind of jogging up the stairs. Our bathroom was at the top of the stairs, and the light was on. And we usually leave the light on so that it could illuminate the hallway and the stairs. Our light was on, and I get to the top of the landing, and I jumped once I got on the landing, and I was like, okay, I'm here. And I looked down the hallway, which is not a long hallway, so the bathroom should have illuminated it, but the hallway was uber dark, like really dark. And I remember thinking, like, why is it so dark down there? But I'm still walking towards her door, and just as I get to the entryway to her bedroom door, which was across from mine, it was like, and her door was open, but just as I get to the entryway, it was like I felt a breeze, like something moved really fast past me. And it startled me because I remember I kind of like stepped back, and then I like put my back against the wall in the hallway, kind of like, what the heck was that? But I couldn't see. So I remember like reaching around behind me into her room and flipping the switch, hoping to see like, what the heck was that? And just as I did that, of course I don't see anything, but I like turn and like peeked in her room so I can be like, what's going on? As soon as I look at her, she's got the covers up to her chin, and she's like staring at the ceiling, shaking. And she's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. She's like, Reese? And I'm like, yeah. And she was like, she said she woke up and her room was pitch black, and she felt real uncomfortable. And she's like, why is it so dark? She started calling me thinking I was in bed across the hall. And she was like scared to get up because it was just a weird feeling. And she said she called me. I said, what? And she was like, come here. Well, she said about like a minute or two after she called me, she heard me say, here I am. And she's like, where are you? I can't see. Turn the light on. And just as she said that, she heard me down the hall go, okay, I'm here. Now, that might not scare you, but I can promise you, anybody in my community, usually we don't jive with that. Like, nah, dog. We woke my mother up. Ma, get the oil, start praying. I don't know what just happened, but we both kind of had a weird moment right now, and I don't know what's going on. But yeah, that was my little spooky story. But like I said, I have a second one which was actually terrifying, and I know people are not gonna believe me, especially if you don't believe me on this one. But if you want to hear that one, I will work up the courage and tell that story, but you got to tell me down below. All right.
I had to pick my chin up, because what? Eyes are watering. I almost cried, you guys. I almost cried because that was too much. Talking about, oh, it wasn't scary. Yes, that was very scary. Very scary, bruh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I cannot even imagine that. Like, y'all remember I just told you I was driving, Mom in the car, and something black flew across real quick. Imagine that in your house, bruh. No, that's not even it. That's not even it. Cause no, what? Poor baby. Cause the lights on. She said it lights up the whole hallway and the stairs. If a girl in her room right beside the bathroom, that I'm assuming that's right there, and you can't see in your room, Cause it's like, who voice was that, girl? Who voice was that, girl? I'm scared, bro. I'm scared. She talking about, oh, you want me to tell the other one is scarier? Whew. Go, yeah, go follow her. This is a recent video, so this is just part one. This is the first story. I'll be looking out and see if she does another one. But that one right there got me, y'all. Did it get y'all? I was just like, oh, heck no. They did the right thing. Did the exact right thing. Mama, get the oil, get the Bible. Let's pray. Cause honey, wasn't feeling that. Wasn't feeling it. Nah.
It helps so much. Yeah, that'll help me actually.
That's nice.
Yeah. Is that closet?
That's washer dryer hookups.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry I kicked you. You, like, there's a person in there. There's a person in there?
What?
Hello?
It's a squatter? Girl, what? That was a real person. That wasn't a ghost. That was a real person over there squatting in that part. How? Did y'all not do a walkthrough before you did the walkthrough? Like, what is happening? Was that a prank? Was that the other? No, but he was in regular clothes. That was an Under Armour shirt, right? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. That was a nice apartment, though. That looked like my old apartment. Man, I miss my old apartment, but not enough to move out, honey. What? No, because when I was there, the rent was over $1,000. So what are we doing? I can't even imagine what it is now. It's been 4 years, I think. 3 or 4 years. I can't even imagine what it is now, bruh. Oh man, if rent was $1,000 then. But yeah, no. Y'all need. I need the property manager to do their job. Stay on top of it, because how he get in there? Somebody about to lose their job. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job.
Tell me a scary Appalachian mountain story. I'll go first. This one was sent to me by a follower who moved to the Blue Ridge Mountains, which is located in the Appalachian Mountains, when they were 12 years old. The house was around 60 years old, and her parents had done some renovations to it. They had turned the daylight basement into a master suite, so she got the original master bedroom upstairs. From the moment she moved in, she started seeing figures moving out of the corner of her eye, but whenever she'd look, nothing was ever there. She started having really weird dreams. Her closet door would open and close without any explanation explanation in her bedroom, even though they had like that super thick shag carpet. So the doors were really hard to open and close, like you actually had to like use force. Like there was no chance that these doors were opening or closing due to a draft. So one day after she had been living there for around a year, she was out exploring the woods behind the house. It was a very rural area, and I already know y'all are going to give me hell for the way that I say rural in the comments, but I'm from Appalachia. What do you expect? So she knew there were no neighbors around, but as she was exploring in the woods, she came across this old abandoned cabin. She immediately got really bad anxiety about this and left. Well, that night she had vivid dreams that she was walking alone in the woods again, and she came across that same cabin. But in her dream, there was a light on in the cabin window, so she went inside. The second she walked through the door in her dream, the door behind her disappeared, leaving her trapped inside, so she was trying to escape. As she's trying to find an exit, she comes across a room that is just on fire. And in this room, there's an old lady surrounded by decaying bodies. This old lady pointed at her and accused her of starting the fire. This lady told her if she caught her, she was going to unalive her. The rest of the dream, she was just running around trying to find a way out until she finally found a window to climb out of. The second she escaped, she woke up, but when she woke up, she couldn't move her body at all. But she could hear footsteps around her bed, and someone sat next to her feet on her mattress. Not to get off topic, but I've had that happen to me so many times. Please tell me I'm not alone. There's been so many nights in my life where I've felt somebody sit down at the foot of my bed when I know good and well that nobody's there. There's been other times that I felt something crawling up my bed. I don't know. Anyway, she just kept trying to move, and she was finally able to roll over and turn the light on. But next to her bed was this dark figure. She said it looked like she was staring directly into a black hole. It swallowed all the other darkness in the room. She could see that it had red, bloodshot eyes, and it was just smiling at her. Ugh, that's so creepy. She started screaming like I think any of us would, and she woke everybody up in the house. She never saw that old lady from her dreams again, or that black figure, but she said the paranormal activity in the house ramped up after that and lasted for years. She'd feel hands grabbing her feet from under the furniture on a regular basis. Things would go missing and then reappear again in weird places. Door handles would jiggle at night. She said she had a few sleepovers, but all of her friends would refuse to come back over after a while because they all experienced things too. The day she moved out was the day that it finally stopped. This story's so creepy, especially telling it outside at almost dark in the Appalachian Mountains. Let me know what y'all think about this one in the comments. Yes, I do read the comments. I've had so much fun reading all y'all's stories, so please keep them coming. You can send them to me on here or at allyshaysworld@gmail.com.
Girl, get in the house. Get in the house now. I don't even think I can say royal. Can I say royal? It's a lot of words that us country folks can't say like y'all city folks. I remember when I first moved to the city, they were just like, yo, I was so country that I had to go to speech therapy. That's how country I was. Fun fact about me. And I wasn't country enough for when I came back to the country in the summertime. It was crazy. Like, my family's so country that you need a translator with a dictionary to figure out what the freak they're saying. Like, you need somebody else in the family, they mama, brother, sister, to tell you what they just said. Because it's just like, I'm country, but I'm not that country. I don't know what you just said. You just put words together, much took out some syllables, and you were just like, I'm trying to figure this out. But yeah, no, because you know they say some people astroplane. I was like, what's the word? So yeah, in their dreams they be going and traveling, and you probably unconsciously travel to that cabin that you saw. See, look, this is why you can't be looking at certain things in your present, your awoken life, because you be bringing it into your sleep life, and you be like, oh, your awoken life, probably you don't even realize that you over here curious and want to know what's going on here, over here in the real life. So in your sleep life, you like, well, I was curious in the daytime. Here, I can actually go see what's going on. You know, I don't like it. And I feel like with some, like, it low-key sounds like a movie, because usually in movies, if you're in a place and they're pointing at you, it's usually you or your bloodline. You have a twin sister or a great aunt that you look like, or a great uncle that you look exactly alike, and they're just like, oh, it was you who did this, and it wasn't you, it was your relative. So that's in the movies. I don't know what this story is, this scenario is, but honey, no, you are the only one who has ever felt something pressure on your bed. You're alone on this one, besides, you know, the other story we just watched last Wednesday. Was that we just watched on Wednesday. And probably some of y'all experienced that, but not over here, honey. Not over here. You heard that? Not over here, honey. No. Talking about she felt something crawling up. Girl, what is going on? Cut on the light. You see something black smiling with red eyes. Have y'all seen Smile 2 yet? I'm trying to work up the courage to see it, because Smile 1 was a lot. That was a lot. I'm trying to convince my mom into watching it with me, because my grandmama was already like, oh no, I didn't watch Smile 1 with you, so I'm not watching Smile 2 with you. You're all get your mother. So yeah. It was a lot. It was a lot going on. She was talking about it was more hauntings. Like, no, it's time to get out. It's time to get out. I hate that you had to experience that. I'm glad you woke everybody up. That was just a lot. No. Girl, what? Girl, what? We don't mess with the mountains, honey. I have a lot of friends that hiked the back in the day, hiked the Appalachian Trail all the way up to California. Like, they would be like, oh, we're going to California today. We're hiking. I was like, so you're going to hike and actually sleep there? Sleep in the woods? Sleep on the trail at nighttime? Like, yeah, we do that. And I'm just like, that sounds like shit. Because ain't nobody doing that. Like, but they did it all the time. I was just like, hey, you got that. Don't forget to like these videos and subscribe.